man is Jeremy Corbyn. He can make or break Brexit. If he decides to back a people's vote, then it will happen, and the country would thank him for that. And Labour Party members, look, he is very dominant in the party. He controls every bit.
Bristol might have an issue with it.
Okay, yeah, probably Brenda. But well, she'd be more about the general election, to be fair. I take your point. But the point is, he is at a crossroads now. The Labour Party conference agreed that if we didn't get a general election, then we should be looking at a people's vote. But his spokespeople, even tonight, are kind of, they're being cool about this idea. Barry Gardner went on another news programme and said, what we will do is we will come back again and again pushing this vote of no confidence. We will do it as many times as we can. That's not responsible politics. There is an option. There is one way to break this impasse, and that is to give it back to the people. And Jeremy Corbyn could make that happen.
Let's take a look at the eye as we continue this conversation. Historic humiliation. We talked about the difficulties of some in Theresa May's cabinet of bringing in Labour and other political voices to decide what to do about this. Already saying she'll only speak to people who agreed we need to have a big role trading in the world, i.e. we shouldn't be in a customs union, which is the Labour Party plan. So how is there going to be cooperation? And will Labour under Jeremy Corbyn always throw out anything that Theresa May delivers?
They may not get the choice. We know what kind of Brexit Jeremy Corbyn wants. It's actually a reasonably hard one. He wants to be free of all these terrible things like EU controls of state aid. Not a massive fan of the single market either, although he's been reluctantly talked around to a customs union. Labour, from my understanding of the Labour process, which is very, very complicated indeed, far more complicated than the Tory process,
more complicated than Brexit.
Yeah, it is complicated.
Nothing's that complicated.
So, for Labour to change its policy, in other words, formally adopt a second referendum or anything else, quite frankly, they need the NEC, which is the ruling body, to agree to a special conference. The NEC is controlled by Jeremy Corbyn. So he's a complete stranglehold. He could get mass resignations from the 100, 150 or so MPs, for example, who are going to call for a second referendum tomorrow. But he is just in control of his party, as Theresa is hers. They both have a very, very tight grip and don't really have a huge idea what to do with it.
I'm only hurrying you because we need to get inside your newspaper.
Yes.
Two things: May's cabinet, what's next it. So this story here: Remain ministers in a soft Brexit rebellion, and you also start talking about what is next too, which is probably too big for us for now. So anyway, explain this one for us if you don't mind.
So Cabinet happened today, and it was a fairly decent fight, and I got a useful week or two from Cabinet, since it's pretty much an open book these days. And in it, there was a fascinating split between the Remain leading ministers and the Rudd, Greg Clark, and the Brexiteers, and joined by people like Jeremy Hunt, with Amber saying we need to talk to Labour now, we need a consensus Brexit, with the other half saying, no we don't, we need to stay with the deal and keep it reasonably hard. That is the beginnings of the Tory party split.
In one word, will there be a second referendum or not?
Yes.
Possibly.
Oh dear. We still don't know, do we?
I'm not going to commit any more than that. A fool makes predictions in this place.
Absolutely. Aisha, Tom, lovely to see you both. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.